This is my video response to Juicy Star 07's vlog, and she started an age progression video series in which she starts from birth to preschool. And so I thought, you know what, that's a pretty cool idea. So I thought I would do some video responses of my own and keep up with her age progression video series. A little bit about me. I'm just a blogger, and I was a law student, but now I'm not. I'm doing international business, and I am due to go in a few months to Australia to start my degree. But yeah, anyway, enough background information. Birth to preschool. I am half Japanese, half Sri Lankan. My dad is Japanese and my mom is Sri Lankan, so that's like one important thing in order to get me started. I was born in Colombo, Sri Lanka, and I stayed here for a few months, and then my parents and I moved to Japan. And I don't remember much from when I was in Sri Lanka, like I was a baby, so yeah. But I do have some weird, fuzzy memories of just things with my grandmother, I guess, so I'm not too sure if they're memories or whether I've looked at photos and remembered, so anyway, that's all I can remember. From Japan, I was there until I was 4 years old, and I just remember mainly things like fighting with my cousin brother, who's only about 2 weeks younger than me, and I just remember stuff like things that we used to do, like my cousin and I, like we used to cook in my grandparents' pots and pans, like the real pots and pans, and they used to give us like real meat to cook with, so that was a really cool memory and one of my favorite memories. And we used to fight over all our toys and stuff, so that was like one of my favorite memories as well. Like we used to fight like cat and dog, which was yeah, it was like war every day. One other thing I remember about Japan, not much. I don't remember much about when I was younger, like it's really weird. But I do remember where we lived. We lived in this sort of, they weren't houses, nor were they apartments, so they were ground level, they were like 1-story houses. Like I called them boxes because they were really like the shape and about the size of a box. So I call them boxes. Like these units were pretty much alongside each other, and I just remember our neighbors. Like we were friends with a lot of our neighbors, and I grew up with the neighborhood kids, stuff like that. Nothing too exciting. I'm like really mellow in this video because I've been sick, and really not in the mood to talk at the moment because I just watched 2012, and I really don't like end of the world movies because they're just a little too depressing, even if they're not realistic, but oh well. But I just thought, I want to get these videos done, and I don't want to like be behind in video responses, so I thought, why not do it now? Back to the age progression thing. I'm like getting so sidetracked. After we were in Japan, we moved to Singapore when I was 4 years old, and I remember a lot from Singapore. Like I remember the apartment complex we moved into. I remember we had Burger King the first like week we were there, and I got this really cool Little Mermaid cup thing, which I used to drink out of for years until it got a hole in it and my mom had to throw it out. I also remember that we got a cat. She was half Persian, half chinchilla, and her name was Jessica. She was like my little sister slash best friend, kind of weird. Like I'm an only child, so she was who I grew up with. Anyway, we got her that year when I moved to Singapore, and let's see. I also remember that I used to play on my own a lot before I attended preschool, so I used to make up games with Jessica, like we used to play soccer and stuff in the kitchen, so sad, lonely childhood. Preschool, might as well get into that. I thought preschool was weird because where my apartment complex was, my preschool was like just across the road. So I thought it was really weird that I had to leave home early in the morning to go to this preschool, which was just across the road. And you know how in preschools you have like the wash basins and everything. When I was a kid, I thought that was weird. I thought, why do I have to brush my teeth and sleep in preschool when I could just go home and do that? When I'd go home and brush my teeth in the morning and at night, why do I have to do it in the middle of the day? So I was like really confused about that. Like, I guess that kind of dampened my preschool experience. Yeah. Um, Nothing unusual happened to me in preschool other than the fact that I guess I was the only native English speaker there, and everyone else was like Singaporean. No, that's like wrong. They weren't Singaporean per se, but they were like a mixture of Malaysian, Chinese, Indonesian, what have you. Like Singapore's a really mixed up country. Like there's so many different people there. And I was one of them. I was like, the half Japanese, half Sri Lankan kid. But at the time, I didn't know that. I just said, I'm Japanese and Sri Lankan. And everyone's like, oh, okay, because everyone would say, oh, I'm this and this. Like, it was normal to be mixed. I got taken out of preschool because I started speaking in the Singapore slang. Like, the Singapore slang was kind of, you added la to the end of every sentence. So like, for example, I would start saying, come la, let's go la. And so my parents didn't like that, so they took me out. And yeah, that is so not exciting, but that's all I remember from birth to preschool. I wasn't a very exciting kid, and I know this video is gonna be so not exciting because I'm like completely, like, I'm just recovering from falling ill, and what happened was I got this like thing under my eye. It's like not a pimple, not a boil, but it gave me like a long bout of fevers and chills and stuff. So I'm on antibiotics for it, so I'm like still a bit woozy. But yeah, like I said, I wanted to keep up with the age progression videos, and I thought it'd be a really good idea to do so. And since I have my own blog as well, I thought maybe I'll do it for my blog. So if you hear a weird background noise, that's like my laptop. To like keep a pillowcase on top to muffle the like hum of it. It sounds like an airplane. Everyone who hears it is like, oh my god, is that your laptop? And I'm like, yeah. So I guess I'm gonna stop rambling and like just rambling about nothing now. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching my really boring monotone video. I promise to make the next one exciting. Right? Bye.